guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be working with these dies from Crafter's Companion. I purchased these on HSN and they were 2 for $10. In fact, let me see if they still have them on sale. It'll just take me a second. Let's go to clearance and let's go to crafting. And then I'm gonna sort Crafter's Companion. Let's see, do they still have them? And the answer is yes, they do. They have them for $12.99, and that's for a set of 2. So you'll get these for $12.99. I bought them when they were 10, and you'll get these for $12.99. Always check the clearance section of HSN because that's where you'll get the most bang for your money. So I am going to work with one of these, and I think I want to do this one. Let's open it up and see how big it is. Oh. I mean, for the price, you can't go wrong. Each one has 4 pieces, so you can really layer these up. You have this one, which is huge. All right, let's. Boy, stronger than me. Boy. Okay. This one is 5.5 inches. Yep, 5.5 inches. That's a big die. And then these guys. This one is 3.5. And the smaller one is 2 inches. So you can cut different layers and really make a pretty design out of these guys. Now I know they made a video on this and they had layered several different of these just to give it more of a full green, more foliage, but I'm just gonna do single layers and I'm just gonna decide what I want to cut them out of. I like the way it looks in gold. Maybe I'll do let me look at my papers, because then I start looking at the papers and I'll select something different. So let me select some papers and I'll be right back. Okay, so to keep in the theme of gifting, I am going to make another gift box. Can't believe I decided on that. But I think it'll look good, and I really want my tree to look really pretty, and I want everyone who receives a gift to feel special. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But before I do that, look at these other dies. Oh, I can't open it. The good thing about this is that you can mix and match some of these. So you don't, like the square ones, you can mix and match them. How pretty that is. So if you wanted to use this with that, then you could just cut this separate and just add different layers. You don't have to stick to a specific you know, you don't have to use all of these. You can mix and match whatever you want. Just be creative. And then you have this one. This one I had opened. This is beautiful. Really good sizes. So it'll really make a statement on your card. And I purchased these because I don't own anything Anna Griffin, but this kind of looks like that style. And they were at a really good price, and I figured, okay, let me just try them out and see how I feel. And look at this one. Beautiful. So I'm going to use my Go Power and Emboss machine from Couture Creations. That's the largest die cutting machine that I own. And I'm going to use the metal plate that comes with it. just to add a little more pressure, because these look a little intricate and I don't want to fuss and have to recut things all over. So I'm just gonna do it the first time. Now to make the box, I want to make a 5.5 by 1 inch box, and this would be good to add like a scarf or maybe an a book or something. Any small gifts that you want to give, the photo album. I mean, not a photo album, a frame. So you're gonna cut it at 7.5 by 7.5, and then we'll score it in a second. But let's get them cut first. And I think that this is gonna be the base, and I think the top I'm gonna do it in red, because then I want to cut some of these out in green. Just keeping it really traditional. I think this year my tree is going to be a traditional, so traditional colors. So I want my packaging to be the same. It's either going to be traditional colors or like the blue I made the box, the advent calendar. That was pretty too. I don't know. I have to decide. All right, so 7.5. Let's cut. And let's do the same here. All right. So that's going to be our lid, and that's going to be our... All right. We're good to go now. Crisis averted. All right. Let's make our box first, and then we'll cut out our dies. So we're gonna score this. This is the top, so we're gonna score this at 1 inch all the way around. Okay. That's to the side. And now this one, I have to score this one at 1 1/16. But I don't have those measurements here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring it out just a tad. Maybe just right there. And then I'm going to score it at 1/8. That should give you the right size that you need to fit your box without so it's not loose, and it's an easy way to do it without having to fuss too much with rulers and all this other stuff. So just right in between, just gonna make it a tad smaller. So now if you look at it, it's just a little bit smaller than the other one, and it should fit in fine. And unlike the advent calendars, if it's a little loose, you can just put a ribbon or tape it. The advent calendar was different because the boxes need to stay up when you open the box, and that's the trouble I was having. So my lids were a little too big, but we live and learn. So as you guys see me do a bunch of times, it's just trimming these down and angling that edge. The second part I'll do it off camera, just so I'm not making this video super long like the other ones. Alright. And now I'm gonna glue these up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so our box is done and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna put that to the side. Now I'm gonna figure out what I want on top. And I'm gonna cut this one out of gold, this one out of green, and then we're gonna decide on those. So let me get my cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run my first die with gold paper. I'm gonna run that through my machine with the metal plates, and I'll peel that all out and I'll be right back. Okay, so that one is done. I'll show you what that looks like. So that's gonna go on there. And now I'm gonna cut some green panels out with this die. And I think I might use 2 different color greens just because I want it to pop a little bit more. I'll know better when I cut this one out. So let me get that done. Move this over. Gotta keep rotating those plates. Alright. I'm gonna have to tape it. Let's take that down. Okay. So let's peel this one out carefully. And I'm just keeping it on the die just to be able to push against it. That way I don't break these pieces because they're so delicate. There we go. And now we can pull the rest out. Look how pretty that is. Oh no. So then this will go here. And now we just need to figure out what color we're gonna cut this one out of. And I'm thinking maybe a lighter color because I'm gonna want to stamp on it. Let me find a cardstock that matches and I'll be right back. And I think I am gonna cut a second piece of this and we'll decide if we're gonna use it or not. I'll be right back. Okay, a couple of things changed. I decided against doubling this up, and that's because when I did and I moved it, I just didn't like the way I lost the foliage. Unless I could find exactly where this thing goes, and then maybe I can double it up, which I just did. But still, you're really not going to tell that it's there, so I can use it for something else. So I'm going to put that to the side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape underneath it so I could lift it up just a little bit off the box. And then this one, this is going to get covered, so I don't mind that it has a mark. But I don't know if to use the tan color, let's see if you can see the color, or the gold. I think once it's assembled and I cut out my sentiment, then I'll know better. So I'm just going to put this to the side for a second. And what I decided on the sentiment was Holiday Spirit Inside from Diamond Press. The good thing about sometimes doing things on your own is that I can mix and match whatever I want and just use whatever makes me happy. So let's stamp this out. We're gonna get a piece of white cardstock and we'll just use a piece that we cut. If you want to use a different color, by all means do. You could emboss it in gold if you want, or in red, or in green. You can do a lot of different things with this, but I'm just gonna stamp it on my white card, and I'm gonna use black ink because I really want it to pop. And we can cut that out. I bought some archival ink cleaner, so I should be able to get my stamps nice and clean. And now we're just gonna go ahead and layer this and send it through. Alright. We could even cut it a little bit smaller and maybe, let me see, where's the other die? Maybe layer that up. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Just keep adding layers. Alright, so we'll use the smaller one. And maybe then we could bring back our red and stamp the red through. Let me get a piece of the red. Now we can cut this one out. Cut that out of red. And I'm hoping that I stamp that on camera. I tend to do that a lot. Let me see. Well, I hope I did. Anywho, let's run these through. Let's get our die cutting machine. We don't need the metal plate for this. These are not intricate at all. They should cut through just like that. So then we have that, and let's peel that off slowly, and then we could put that one on top. So we have layer upon layer, and I think we're gonna go with the gold, because then we have that going on. It makes a pretty box. And it looks like you put a little more thought into it, right? Okay, let's get our tape. Let's get a scissor. Let's use the Tim Holtz. And I'm just gonna cut a couple of squares for this part, which I wanna pop up. So let's get that going. And we'll put that one here. And then we could put this one there. And I think this one I'm gonna glue down. So I guess it'll be like one popped up, one glued down. So we have that going on. It's pretty. And then we have to glue this big guy down. Now, we all know that foil paper, if you put too much glue, especially the wet glue, it's gonna show. You're gonna see the lines. So I'm gonna be careful to at least put this part in the center where more or less this thing is gonna hide it. And don't do as I do. You can put this on your mat, but I'm gonna spread that out a little bit, and then I'm gonna tap my corners just to get them glued down. If you have the dotty tapes from Crafter's Companion or any other company, then use that. It'll be easier. The micro dots. But if you don't, then this is the easiest way to apply the glue. If you have sensitive skin, don't do it. Let's put that in its place. Okay. And I will take this off. Make sure there's nothing underneath it, and then really press it. So we have that going on. Let's put that on the box. And And now we have to add these two guys. Do we want to add another layer of foam tape? And I think I do, because I want it to really pop. So let me get my foam tape. And I'm just gonna add a couple of layers to this. And one here. And one here. I'm trying to miss the holes. Let's take a little bit off. And I think I'm even gonna put a little piece on each side of that. I just really want it to be secure. So if anything presses on it, it doesn't get too damaged. Because you know how it is. You have kids and they're gonna snoop. And by kids, I mean my adult children will snoop. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna put this where we want it, and I think just about there. Press that down. So it gives it just a little bit of height, and it casts a shadow on it, so it looks like I doubled it up anyway. And now we're gonna add our top layer. And let's put that there. And that's our gift box. So it's very pretty, and you can decorate your tree a little bit more. It's all about decorating the tree. No, honestly, when your recipient opens it, they're gonna know you put more thought into their gift. So it's all about the feeling, right? Making your loved ones feel special, and nothing says that more than just putting a little bit of time into your normal gift giving, right? Even if you put in a gift card and a simple little gift, or maybe some chocolates in here, maybe chocolates for the teachers. That's a good idea. It just adds a little bit extra, right? And this is more traditional look. I mean, I'm getting a kick out of the traditional this year, and I really like it. Anyway, guys, that's my project. I don't want this video to go on too long, and I'll talk to you soon. Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I need a little bit of a rest. Have a great one, guys. Bye.